I wanted to see if y'all were talking about it.
Ooh.
Hi, how are you? Hi. Oh, I'll let you go. Nice to meet you. Christine, I'm Jen Shelton. We're great. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for being up here. We appreciate it. This is what makes things happen.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
We're ready.
Thank you. Are we ready? Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Laura Zork. I'm the National Director of Education Reform with FreedomWorks. We are here today to recognize National School Choice Week and ask our legislators to utilize the 2022 session to expand educational freedom to all Florida families. That doesn't mean some, it doesn't mean all or most, it means all. Over the last year, we have worked with parents and grandparents, partners all across the country to unify us in one voice. Here in Florida, our United Coalition is growing every day. Florida parents know best. As a former school board member here in Florida and a parent of 3 school-age public school children, I know firsthand that in Florida it is very popular for our elected officials to claim to be for school choice. But in reality, school choice in Florida is limited to those fortunate enough to be selected for the lottery system or eligible for a scholarship through a litany of limitations. Our legislators can claim to their constituents that they want to believe that we have educational choice for all families here in Florida. But until legislation is passed that will remove the barriers preventing our families from qualifying for state education tax dollars or a seat in a charter or magnet, all in Florida is incomplete. Currently, according to the Florida Department of Education report, there are 107,000 Florida students sitting on a charter wait list. There are approximately 3,900 students on a wait list for the Florida Empowerment. And with 2.85 million public school students here in Florida, 20% of our students aren't eligible for any scholarship. So what does that mean in perspective? That means that nearly 570,000 Florida students do not qualify for one of our scholarships. So while tremendous work has been done to push for school choice and free our classrooms of political agendas, we need our legislators in 2022 session to finish the job. We do not want to wait another session to pass because our families need you to take action this year. We ask you to not stop until you have given absolutely freedom of choice to all parents in Florida. With us today are parents, grandparents, and partners from across the state. And we're here to ask our legislators to take action. Give complete educational power to parents in 2022. It's time that the legislators recognize that Florida parents do know best for what is best for their children. By ending the wait list, removing the scholarship income cap, and allow the educational dollars to follow the students in Florida, I encourage you to speak to each of these amazing parents that we have here today, because each of them have a story to share with you. But due to time, I'm going to introduce 2 moms that will shed light on the struggles that we have as parents with the school boards across Florida and why parents are here advocating for more choice. Before I bring them up, it is my privilege to introduce Representative Stan McLean. Representative McLean is a part of several education committees, and he really is a friend to the parent-led coalition mission that we have. We appreciate his leadership and we value his respect that he has for parental rights in Florida. So right now, I'd like to welcome up Representative McLean.
Well, good afternoon, and it's a great privilege for me to be here today. A little bit of my personal story. So I'm the father of 11 children, and we homeschooled all of those children, and so I've always had an interest in choice, and certainly there were other choices that we made as it related to educational opportunities. You know, we used virtual school, we did some distance learning type things, and so I think it's very important that we offer choice. And one of the areas we do like to think that we're one of the freest states in America, in America as it relates to school choice. We know that we still have work to do. I don't think there's anyone in the legislature currently who is sitting back on our laurels and saying, well, we've done enough, because we think there's more to do. There's always more we can do. There's always more options, more choices that we need to make sure that we're funding. We know that all of you don't follow the same path as it relates. I did homeschool. You all are maybe doing virtual. You're doing private school. You're doing charter school, whatever it might be. But we need to make sure that we're funding all of those opportunities for you. You know what's best for your kids, and we know that. We're working on some bills right now in the Florida House to continue to give parental rights. We passed a parental rights bill last year. We're working on House Bill 1557 by Representative Harding. It allows parents it ensures that parents know what their children are being taught, what materials are being used in classrooms, and so that'll be another way that we can ensure that you all, that you all know what material is being brought into the classroom. We're excited. I'm excited about this session. We've got a lot of work to do. We're in week 3. We've got 5 more weeks to go, and we've got some bills that will be heard in the next committee stops that will continue to offer freedom. But what I do want to say to all of you as parents and supporters, grassroots is the most effective thing that can get done in Tallahassee. And so I want to say to all of you that are here today and that we appreciate you coming up here. We appreciate your voices. I appreciate your stories, because I only know my story. I only know a few stories. I only know stories that maybe some of my friends tell me back home about their experience with their children. And so it's exciting for me to see all of you here advocating on behalf of school choice. It is National School Choice Week this week. Also, just an aside, today is also National Florida Day. And so, exactly. So it's a great opportunity. It's a greater privilege for me to be here, because we do believe that Florida is leading the nation in a lot of areas, and certainly trying to create as much freedom as possible. And educational choice is just another one of those things. And again, we know we have things we still need to do. We have waiting lists. We have other things that need to get done. But there's no one in the legislature that's stopping. There's no one in the legislature that's saying we've done enough. We're going to continue moving forward. And so thank you for letting me be here today, and thank you all for being up here.
Thank you. We truly do appreciate your leadership. Right now, I'd like to introduce Angelique Contreras. She is a mom of 3 from West Palm Beach, so I'd like to invite Angelique to come on up.
Hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Angelique Contreras, and I am a mom of 3 amazing children, age 11, 4, and 2. I'm an activist, a candidate for the Palm Beach County School Board, and proud Cuban American. I first want to thank Florida Parents Know Best for having us here today in Tallahassee, and also Representative McLean for standing here with us today. I'm here today to express my concern with the public school system and how parents have been treated and children have been left behind. In Palm Beach County, our school board has arrested parents, intimidated them, and are now currently voting on changing policy to eliminate public input. Have board members forgotten that they work for the people? They were elected by the people to represent them. To represent the people, they must listen to the people. A school board member in our district, Alexandria Ayala, in a meeting, stated, "We have real business to attend to," in defense of a proposed policy to eliminate public speaking time. School board member Erica Whitfield remarked, "It's very difficult for us to get the job done," as she spoke in favor of removing public comment from being broadcasted. These comments show that this board has forgotten their real business is to listen to the concerns of the people and carry out the will of the people they represent. Many individuals have forgotten the most basic founding principles of our country. Our founding fathers wanted a system of government that has very limited power. Thomas Jefferson said, "Government exists for the interest of the governed, not for the governors." Our system of government, as laid out by the Declaration of Independence and Constitution, gives the power of the government to the people. I appreciate the successful efforts made during the 2021 legislation session to enhance school choice for Florida families. However, 2022 is not the year to rest on their laurels. Parents across Florida have had to endure a never-ending power struggle with their local school boards. My family lost everything in Cuba to that same kind of power, which only seeks to eliminate the people and their voices. Parents need more options for their children and greater freedom to choose the education that is the best learning environment for their individual needs. If a grocery store does not meet our needs, we take our money elsewhere. As parents, we should have the same right regarding our children and their education. It's time we fund students and not systems.
Thank you, Angelique, for sharing your story. Now I'd like to invite up Allie Legg. Allie is a Hillsborough County mom of 5. She's also a veteran, and we're very excited to introduce her today.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here today. Thank you, Laura and FreedomWorks, for this opportunity to speak with you all. So my name is Allie Legg. I'm from Hillsborough County. I'm a veteran, mother of 5, ages 13, 11, 8, 5, and 3. I promise I'm old enough. One of my children has special needs, and I homeschool him. I'm a community leader and a parent activist, and I'm also a candidate for Hillsborough County School Board. Being here today and meeting with representatives has been a wonderfully empowering experience for me, maintaining existing relationships and building new ones with our legislators to encourage them to continue to support educational freedom for our children. Who better to advocate for children than their parents? After all, no one knows them better than we do, contrary to what some elected servants believe. You see, our government is supposed to have a symbiotic relationship with the people in order to be truly representatives of the people. We are thankful for the ones that have held true to their oaths of office to protect the rights of the people by stepping up for parental rights and educational freedom. But we are at a pivotal moment right now where school boards across our state no longer respect the role of parents in their children's education. We have educators and administrators withholding vital information about students from their parents, school boards violating the law by closing charter schools to force parents to return their children to traditional public schools for the sole purpose of retaining the funding that comes with each child rather than trying to fix the problem that led to the exodus so parents want to bring their children back. We have consistently low proficiency in reading and math, children being exposed to pornographic reading materials, alleged physical and sexual assault on school campuses from students and educators, curriculum being taught through a lens that is highly divisive and inappropriate, and so much more. What makes all of this worse is that we, the taxpayers, are quite literally paying for the degradation of the education of our children, who are our future. All of the aforementioned reasons are why now, more than ever, we must have educational freedom. We must be able to hold our elected school boards accountable for their actions, as it is our constitutionally protected right to do so. Calling, emailing, and showing up for public comment has been ineffective. We are treated like hostile enemies rather than concerned parents or completely ignored. Parents need a way out of this bureaucracy. One way is to obviously vote them out. The second way, or another way, is for parents to be able to remove the funding that is gained from their child attending their current school and putting it to a school that is better suited for that child. It is time, this also includes homeschool. That's very important that we note that. The time is now for our legislators to show all parents of Florida that they truly do value inherent parental rights and that they are devoted to educational freedom for all students. The time is now for parents to have more control over the education of their children, not our government, because we don't co-parent with you. When our kids walk through their school doors, this does not negate our parental rights. They belong to us. We simply share them with you. Thank you all so much. My name is Allie Legg, and I'm from Hillsborough County.
So out of respect of time, this will conclude our press conference. But as parents and representatives all across Florida, we are here today to meet with our legislators and our leadership in the education committees to let them know that we appreciate the efforts that they've made to expand educational freedom here in Florida. But as parents, we're asking for you not to stop until educational freedom, we can actually claim it for all families. So we thank you, and we celebrate National School Choice Week. Thank you.